Ah, well, you can still put DHS as your first choice and because okay, IP itself is a program, then there are different schools, I think the different cutoff points also for
Yeah.
IP.
True. Mm.
Oh,
Oh, there's
Allah.
another question, right? That
Come, go
because it's
ahead, go
going
ahead.
pretty fast.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
you're
another
going very
question
fast,
from
yeah.
Casey Sia. If I
Okay.
score 12, right, should I choose a school's cutoff that's 2023 as first choice with cutoff 12?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
okay, because you meet the score, right, there's a high chance you can get into it. If you don't meet the score, right, then you go into your tiebreakers. In fact, later we'll talk about the entire process once again of posting.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about tiebreakers, posting as well.
Hey, KCC, a good question. Anyway, such questions, please keep it coming, okay? Now, based on 2023, right, if they really tell you it's a cutoff point of 12, honestly speaking, they most likely have to honor that unless, right, the demand for that school just suddenly skyrockets super high to a point that it adjusts the cutoff point. Then on that basis, right, at least you put it as your first choice, right? What happens is if you really want to go through the route of appealing, that is at least you have bargaining chip to go in and talk to the principal and go like, I really very keen to get into your school and therefore I put it as my first choice. Okay? Yeah.
Okay. So,
Not ruling out overseas studies, but too early to decide. Should we go for IB to keep options open? Wow, this one, okay, I think it depends on the overseas universities that you're looking at actually.
True.
Because be it whether IP or IB, both will still allow you to get there. So I think the deciding factor here would definitely involve finances also. So calculating, putting on, because for students who are actually considering overseas education, you have to calculate whether or not can manage that finances or not. Or whether are there scholarship programs that actually you would like. Wait, I'm trying to
True.
understand. That seems red. Is this for yourself or am I talking to a mummy? got difference, if talking to parents and finances is not an issue, then I'm telling you, be it whether IP or IB, there's no difference. Yeah. Honestly, if it's parent sponsored scholarship, I always tell my students that, then that one, right, you choose anywhere is fine. Okay, but if you're seriously gunning for things like proper scholarship, right, then of course, I think it's to see which one offers, they take in more options. Yeah, so it's to relook at that. Okay, I hope I answered that. Ozil asked what is IP and IB. Teacher Benjamin, would you like to help a
what
bit?
is IP and IB? So IP, right, is basically a streamlined program, 6 years, right? You'll go straight and do your A levels. You'll get a GCE or A level certificate. Okay, then you go from university there. IB, right, is international baccalaureate. That's what they call it. Okay, so two different routes in a sense, lah.
Okay, I think seems straight. Okay, hello parents. Hi. Basically, they offer very different subject combination. Honestly, it's very, very different subject combination. And it depends on whether okay, because when you go for IB, right, to a certain extent, you look at SJI, you look at I think ACS, IMGS, they also offer IB. IB, correct. So it's to look at the subject combi itself. Is that something which your child will thrive in? Okay, we don't really get a lot of IB students, so it's very difficult for us to comment on IB. But IP, we do see a lot of them. Okay, it's exponential learning curve compared to SEC.
Yes, true.
Correct. So that one is a lot more project basis and all that. IB more towards the modular system. That's what I know about it. Yeah, correct. Hello, Amanda. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Okay. So, wow. Some of the questions okay, Louis. AL12 want to go to what is this school?
No, AL
29, sorry.
Want to go to HW? HWI?
HWI is what school?
What is HWI?
What is HWI? Yeah. Jason, maybe you have to Google what is HWI. Yeah, or you want to tell us, or Alyssa answered no. Okay. IP cannot get scholarship, right? No, it's possible to get scholarship. Yeah. Huiyu Secondary School. You know anything about Huiyu?
I'll be honest, I've not really heard about it, but go look at the school finder, right? Go and look at the score range, okay? The indicative score range from 2023.
I think the website lah. Yeah, correct. HW is Hwa Chong.
HCI, HW. It's called HCI. But Hwa Chong with 29, I think it's very difficult. I'll be honest. Okay.
Alyssa says she wants to go to a school that goes to other country often. You go to a school, then you earn money, you go to other countries often yourself. A lot faster.
So I know of some schools, right, they do bring students overseas, right? But this was during my time. There are some recent incidents, right, that caused MOE to be very, very careful when they bring students overseas.
Thank you for the ice cream.
Okay? So do be careful of that. Nowadays, going overseas for overseas learning journeys is a bit rarer, I would say.
Yes. Okay, the carrot swap must come out already. Got people give us ice cream. Thank you for the ice cream.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Warnie is here. Really? Wow, is Warnie here? Okay, Dunman High a good school? I think so.
Oh, my school brings us every year.
I think schools basically, generally secondary schools, they do organize what you call exchange programs and things like that. It depends on whether the school does it for like the cohort or is it like selective students. So that one really depends. Yeah.
1-1. Okay, welcome 1-1.
Okay, come, let's start. Like, what are the things we want to cover today?
For today, right, we are going to cover basically the subjects you are going to be doing in secondary school. Okay? And later part again, as I said before, right, we're going to talk a bit about posting. Okay? You just got your results. And so you can stay until the later part because I think it'll be quite important as well. We'll also be talking about when all the open house dates will be also. Okay?
Yeah, have you gone to some open houses? That one very important, no?
If you have not been going to the open houses, right, we're going to show you some dates, okay?
Yeah, correct.
So we move on quickly. Okay?
Yes.
So, reminder, by the way, right, on how useful School Finder is. Okay, I put a very big red circle there to let you see that they have a drop-down option for subjects also. And I see something pretty interesting here. I didn't know air conditioning system maintenance is an actual subject in O-level. Now I know, okay? Basic retail operations,
Serious?
community care, right? These are actual subjects, which is pretty interesting, but not all schools, right, they offer them, okay, as well. So these two, right, very, very useful. Please go and look again. Thank you very much, okay? So moving on, right?
Okay, wait, we got a question here. Yep. Okay, let's try to answer this. Okay, by Amanda, AL22, so it's either G3 or G2. What's the difference between the two of them? And then G3 is 4 years study, G2 is 5 years? No.
We no longer have N levels and O levels. It's all one exam at the SEC. Although the Minister of Education, Chan Chun Sing, right, he did say that you have an option, right, for 5 years. Yeah, if you find that the rigor is too much.
Okay. Yeah. In my opinion here, right, frankly, at AL22, if you can go to a school that's offering you G3, my take is take the G3.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. Because honestly speaking, right, they actually assess your learning ability as you go along, in secondary school. So there's always probability to move into a more demanding course and also a less demanding one. And, I think we talked about that the last time we were here. There's this thing called, start with the letter L, and then the next word start with the letter B. I shared that with you all. Do you all know what is that word? Those of you who were here previously.
LB.
Yes, LB. Do you all know what's that? Because you got to have faith that could happen.
Oh, Nerd is here.
Yeah, Nerd is here.
Interesting.
Hello, Nerd. So Nerd Sec 3, is it? Language based.
No, it's not language based.
No. It's about something that could happen to teenagers. If you are
a flower.
Oh, nice clue. Yeah. Oh no, you're not Sec 3. Okay, so you Sec 2 moving on to Sec 3, is it? I don't know, I'm just guessing. Yeah.
Eggs. I don't think eggs are involved at all. Okay.
B for Bangkok. Hello? Yeah. What has laying eggs got to be? Oh, Derek, thank you for sharing the live. Yeah, those of you who are new here, this teacher Jamie's here, this teacher Benjamin. Okay, please like and share and also follow us. We'll be sharing with you like the different subject combination that different schools offer.
Lay babies. Sure.
Wow. Heartbroken, man. Gosh.
Language bending. Now it's just a word salad being tossed out now, it seems.
LeBron Musk.
LeBron Musk.
Okay, late bloomers.
Late bloomers.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Mm.
All right. So basically, if you, I mean, as in frankly speaking, because of the way your brain grows and develop, right, it's very difficult to say. So that's why if you have the chance to enter a school that's willing to offer you G3, go for it.
Yeah. And if I can add on to it, right, just now the person who asked the question was Amanda.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so Amanda, right, I myself, right, we weren't really using the AL system in the past, but I myself, I got a score of 23 AL. Okay, I did very badly. Okay, I still chose, right, to go to Express, and which in this case is G3, and I still think that benefited me very, very well also. Because I am a late bloomer lah, as well. So,
Teacher,
if you think about it, right, it's easier to go down than to go up.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
Stay up there. Okay, and honestly speaking, okay, this is I mean, as teachers, we just want to be very, very frank with you guys. Okay, I think it's very important to take into consideration also the people that you could be mixing with. Okay, because it's not okay. I'm not saying that because of a different group posting, right? I'm not talking about personality or whatsoever. Sometimes it's the attitude towards studying, towards academic pursuits, towards your academic ambition. Okay, these are honestly, right, peer pressure. It is everywhere. It doesn't matter whether you are in a posting 1, 2, or 3 place. Okay, a more conducive social environment, right, will contribute to your maturity. That's for sure. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. There are a lot of other factors involved, right, when you're choosing your secondary school, and also looking very carefully at the options that you're given, whether it's a G3, G2, G1, that kind of situation. Because I had this conversation with a parent who went like, a better school with a better name, but back then was normal acad lah.
Yeah.
So should I go for that? Rather than I go for a school that will offer me express, but may not necessarily have the kind of prestige that a certain school actually provide.
True.
So those were conversations like that we have had with parents. Yeah, so my take here is
thank you, Ryan, for being one of the moderators. Thank you.
But yeah. So what I'm saying is that, okay, if I, in my position, if that kid is mine, that means my own child, I would send my child to G3 lah.
Yeah.
Okay? So I speak for myself, my option, what I would do. I cannot speak for everyone else. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so that one is that. Come.
Okay, so we'll move on, right, to the type of subjects you'll be probably taking during the secondary as well. By the way, right, how many subjects are we taking at the primary school level? If this one you don't know, right, I don't know what to say also.
Hey, come, you all tell us how many subjects you all take in primary school. Faster. Elisa say 8.
8 Primary school 8, is it?
Wow. You sure? Primary school, they count PE also, is it?
PE? Even if it's PE, it's 5, right? Wait, no, 4. Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Jean.
Yes. Hi.
4 subjects, right? English, math, science, and Chinese, right?
Honestly, examination-based subject. If you take higher Chinese, I still take. Okay, I let you count that as one more subject. I max out 5. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
4
plus 4. How to get the extra 4? At primary school, where you get the extra 4? Come, you faster, quickly, immediately. You tell me now. Otherwise, I poke you with a carrot sword. Yeah. See? Social study not tested, what?
Yeah. It's not
Social
examined.
Study tested, not tested, what? Music also not tested, what? Not tested. Chin, chin, chin. Hello? Chin, 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 chin. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Tested, meh? Really?
P6 in Australia got 7 subjects. This is not Australia. Okay. By the way.
But thank you for letting us know.
But it's good to know. It's good to know.
Not tested lah, not tested. She said my teacher test me.
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so how many subjects do you think you need to take actually in secondary school and tested? Tested. Okay? So come, how many subjects do you think you will take in Sec 1 and it's tested? Hello, Colin.
6. He says 6. A bit more.
Colin
9,
said 9.
8.
Alyssa said 8.
Around there. Okay.
Charlene said 7. You want to list out or not? If you tell me it's 8, you list your 8. You tell me 9, you list your 9. Come, you try to as in proof lah. Must have evidence ma. Ozil also come write down lah. Your 8, then your Colin said no. Why you know? You said tested. Colin said 9 what? So you must give me your 9 subjects huh? What are your 9 subjects actually? Yeah, correct. Come, must tell us what are your 9 subjects. So English, Math, Science, Mother tongue, right? History, Geog, Art, Music. So this one 8.
Give or take, yeah.
Ah, okay. Wow.
History,
So
geography, literature, science.
English.
Okay. Tested.
Tested,
Actual exams,
Yeah, actual exams. Okay. Colin, literature only. Wow, very good. Yeah. Ryan, English, Mother tongue, Math, Science, SS, Lit, History, Geog. What is? Oh, food. Is it?
Home economics.
Home economics
They call it
and
FCE
D&T.
now.
Ah, okay.
Correct.
So let's pin Ryan's answer. I think Ryan's answer is the most accurate already. Yeah. That one experienced boy lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so very quickly, right, we will look at what are some of the subjects you will take.
Actually, teacher Benjamin, sorry, I just to interrupt. IP take same subject or different?
For IP,
Just now based on what Ryan pinned there.
based on what Ryan pinned there, probably for this you need to go and check again. But for the this one I think probably need to go and check again.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I share roughly what I know lah, okay? Yeah. So basically, if you choose to go IP, right, generally the subjects that Ryan has listed, English, they usually call it language arts.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will mix your English together with what you call your literature.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So there's a mixture there. So it's the prerogative of the teacher to decide whether how many percent is testing literature, how many percent is doing English component. But you cannot run away from writing essays.
Yes.
You cannot run away from doing oral. You cannot run away from doing comprehension. Okay, even though they package it so prettily called language arts. All right. Then mother tongue for sure you will still do it when you are in IP schools. Okay. Math definitely, but what happens is IP schools have that kind of freedom, right, to move Sec 3 topics down to be tested at Sec 1. So it depends on the stream that you are in. So meaning to say that if let's say you enter IP school, right, IP school itself, different classes, they could still stream you into like language streams versus like the math and sciences classes, the emphasis. So IP school have a lot of liberty in terms of to do adjustment to their curriculum actually. Okay, so it depends on the HOD at that point in time and the school that you go to. Okay, so as far as I know, in IP school you don't get to cook fried rice or bake cupcakes or do D&T lah. Yeah, that one I don't think so. But PE will still happen. Correct. Your science and geog, humanities, all that will still happen. It depends on the degree and intensity. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Oh, we got a question here. Is Sec 1 harder than P6?
I would say it is harder than P6. Look at the sheer number of subjects. Okay.
So come.
And as well. Okay. But do take note, right, that some of these subjects, right, you're not going to take them immediately in Sec 1. Okay? So maybe I can ask you the following. Are you going to take E-Math and A-Math at Sec 1 or not, by the way?
Do you all know what is E-Math and A-Math or not? Come, anybody can tell us what is E-Math. We are using the short form version of it. Who can tell us what is E-Math? Yeah. Come. Who can tell us what is E-Math and what is A-Math? Alyssa, answer wrong. So sad. Extra math.
Okay, but Colin is correct. Additional mathematics, of course.
Additional mathematics. And Ryan is also... no, it's not elective.
No,
Ryan, elementary. Correct. Woo!
Okay.
Not elective. Math in Singapore is never elective. Okay. This one I don't know whether you know or not because I got a bit forget it. Maybe we need to Google. Singapore is a country that emphasizes on STEM. STEM. You all know what is STEM or not? Come, who can tell me? Yeah,
what
Singapore,
does it stand for?
What does it stand for? You know the answer, right? Because I forget it.
Roughly, I know.
Okay. Thank God. Yeah. Singapore is a country that emphasizes a lot on STEM. Yeah.
What is that? Art? Stum, is it? Stum. I get stumped by this answer, I tell you. Science, technology, correct. Art, right? Flip it with engineering.
Yes.
Science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Correct, Ryan. Woo!
Is STEAM now? Okay.
No, not STEAM lah.
Aesthetics, Oh, they added an A, is it, to STEM?
Don't have lah. Rubbish. Yeah. Aesthetic doctors, you mean? It is? Really?
STEAM.
Don't
There's an
have
A,
lah.
is it?
Your teacher said that. Really?
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
but I mean, as in, honestly speaking, based on the last reports that I read, it's still STEM.
Mhm.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? It's STEM, right? What is the latest one you Google? What date? Yeah, it should be STEM. It should still STEM. There, see, Charlene also. Oh, okay, bye. Fine, bye. Yeah. Okay, now, back to that. So because Singapore has a very strong emphasis on STEM, right? And that's the reason why actually you won't take A and E immediately at Sec 1, but you will still take general math, which lean towards E, actually.
Yep.
So you will cover more topics on the E math side
Yes.
of things. Then of course, like when you move on to Sec 3, right? That's when, most schools will require you to take both math at year 3.
True.
Actually, yeah. Most schools will require that.
In fact, I've never really seen a combination, right, in which someone takes A math without E math. Yeah.
Correct.
So you probably need to take both if you are very math focused also. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So A math, right, as the name suggests, right, additional mathematics, there'll be far more topics offered also.
You took
It's been
both
a
math.
while. I took both math. I think E math, they talk a bit about statistics. A math, very, very heavily on calculus, integration, all these kind of things. I hear of this, I get a bit of a headache.
Oh, I cannot.
Okay.
How many of you actually scored AL1 for your math? And you are embracing math now? Come.
Very interesting to see.
Yeah, correct. How many of you very embracing? Oh, Colin.
Me, Colin,
Woo!
not bad.
Then maybe you should apply for your school to let you study math earlier. Yeah, correct. A math. Oh, okay. I took double math also, but I really struggled with A math. Correct.
Okay. So for the next part, right?
Jia Fei news and
physics,
update.
chemistry, biology, right? The differentiation will also be a bit later. Okay, so for secondary one, for my time, right, if I remember, you take a central science curriculum as well. Right?
Correct.
Ah.
So what happens is in year 1, right, actually you take science where they kind of like merge your bio, physics and chem in different segments of the curriculum actually. So basically you will still need to study that. Then moving on to year 3 is where you specialize. Actually, even for IP students also the same, IP students also have to go into specialization when they enter year 3.
True.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Jia Fei News and Update. Thank you very much for calling me Queen. Thank you. Yeah, please help us to like and share, and then help us increase our follower count faster, quickly, immediately. I want to hit 5,000 faster. Yeah, okay.
So after that, right, we will talk about humanities as well. And interestingly enough, right, from what I remember also, humanities, right, we don't have a central curriculum. They already start splitting, right, from Sec 1 already.
Correct. They start splitting.
So you will do Sec 1 social studies, you will do geography, history, you will do literature, and of course there's no escaping mother tongue also, sadly. Right?
Actually, what happens is when you choose your secondary school, right? So since we're on the topic of choosing secondary school, frankly speaking, I understand that you're only in year 1. But these are the fundamental subjects that most schools actually will offer. So if you really want to find a good match, just based on preliminary what you understand of yourself at P6 now, what you can do is you can go and Google the school track record, right? For their O-level distinction rate for the respective subjects, especially the standard one. Okay, because to be very frank, English is L1. Okay, meaning to say that it's a compulsory subject, right? No matter where you go. It doesn't matter whether you IP, IB, or SEC. Okay? So what happens is if you Google, right, you will find that certain schools when they share like their distinction rates are very high for certain subjects, right? It will kind of give you an inkling where the talent of the school actually lies in. Okay?
And where the teaching team, right, is very, very strong, the teaching core, okay, for that subject is very
so you
strong.
can see Ozil actually mentioned my school is very good at humanities subject. So you actually saw, that means what's your school distinction rate for humanities subject?
Yeah.
And then when you talk about humanities, are you talking about geog, history, social studies, or literature?
Actually, Ozil, what is your school? What school do you attend?
Yeah, would
Just
you like to
curious.
share? We're very curious. Yeah, correct.
You're kind of helping everyone here also.
Yes,
Think
yes,
about
yes, yes. Hello, car is sick rifle. Car sick rifle, oh sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, it's okay.
Wow.
I'm a bit more humble. I like to humble brag. You don't need to call me king.
Last week, teacher Benjamin here was being called Opa, okay?
Oh.
Opa!
Oh, Ozil is from Bowen.
Bowen.
Oh, I've got a student there, so I think I can ask him about that also.
Okay,
Bowen.
okay.
Mm.
Then you should make sure then are you taking pure, you took pure history, right?
I think
he
Ozil
mentioned.
is taking pure history in Bowen, yeah.
Oh my god, I like
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So I think what Ozil mentioned is a very good thing. So that means to say that when you're in the school itself and you understand that what subjects the school is having higher distinction rates, right, is to make sure you put a foot in there.
Yeah.
That thing matters. So like when you're choosing your secondary school, you cannot just look at subject combination that the school offer. The school can offer the subject combi that you want, but if the distinction rate is not as ideal on national level, right,
Mm.
then you might want to think twice.
Because if you think about it, right, if school A has a distinction rate of 60%, roughly speaking, right, the probability of you getting a distinction is around 60% or so, provided you work hard, right? Something like
Yes,
that.
it will mean to say
Okay.
that out of 10 students, 6 of them will score A1, A2, the rest of that 4, right, you are generally looking at nothing, not A lah, in short.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are things to consider actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so elementary standard subjects, sorry, it's good for you to basically go and check out the school of your choice. What is their distinction rates at on a national level? Okay, so go check that out actually.
And in fact, if I'm not wrong, certain schools, right, they are very, very well known for certain subjects as well. ACSI, English, and so on and so forth, right?
Correct. Okay, so go check it. You can, or your secret is your P4, not P5. Your friend gave you a dare. It's okay. So you are here early to help us. Click the like button faster. So we depending on you to help us hit 15K already, Shirley, faster. Yeah, you will pay a price for.
forgiven.
Yeah, you're forgiven. Correct. Just help us to click. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, so for elective subjects, right, this can actually vary from school to school, right? Because not every school offers economics, not every school offers art elective program, and so on and so forth. Okay, some schools they don't even offer literature and mother tongue as well. Okay, you need to go and check accordingly. But on the right side, right, this is the more fun sort of subjects. Okay, for example, right, you have principle of accounts. This is something you'll probably take when you are Sec 3 or so. In my school, right, we were given a choice between A math or principles of accounts.
Teacher Benjamin,
Yes.
I think I enjoy PE lesson the most when I'm in primary school.
Ah, I see.
So can I just quickly, faster, immediately go and take exercise and sport science?
If you do that, you're going to be a bit disappointed or so. Okay, anyway, Teacher Jamis, that was something good to point out. So, if you look at some of these subjects, right, don't just assume that what you look at from the title is what you will get. Okay? So, some of you, right, you think, I do PE every day, I'm very strong and athletic, right? Why not I actually take exercise and sports science, right, as a O-level subject,
yeah.
as a core subject? Now, I will burst your bubble a bit. Okay, I actually have the requirements here with me now, by the way. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And this is what, right, you have to do. It's not just about exercising for exercise and sports science.
Cannot just go
Right?
and play basketball.
Cannot.
That one no. That one cannot
Cannot.
help me get my A for O level for exercise
Cannot.
and sport science.
So,
sad. Ayo.
in fact, right, there'll be a 2-hour exam in which, right, you have MCQs.
Huh?
Yeah, you have structured questions, you have all these kind of things. And then you need to write a journal, there's a
Journal?
developmental log. And in fact, the actual running and physical stuff is only 40%. Exercise and sports science. Okay?
So you go at PE doesn't necessarily mean that exercise and sport science is for you, unless you're willing to go into things like, your structured questions and all
Okay.
that. Hello, Rainy Yong.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, now when I say that you check the school's subjects, national distinction rates and all that, right? You can find them in the school website usually. So you can Google that particular school. Sometimes what happens is some schools even put out what they call their PPT, right? Which they do during parents' talk for the Sec 4 students. So if you're resourceful enough, basically you can find that kind of information. Yeah, so generally that will okay. There are some schools that are basically they are just known. It's public secret in a sense, like they are known for their high standards of language. So for us for English, right, we see that a lot from CHIJ schools, frankly. The ACS schools also. Cat High is definitely one. We do see the national rates for that is also very good. Okay. Then needless to say, okay, how do I put this? Your Hwa Chong and your RI and your Raffles, right? They are the pretty standard ones, frankly
Yeah.
speaking, because a lot of resources is pumped into the L1. Yeah, Raffles even have special writers program. That means to say that they have a unique program meant for their year 1, year 2 students to actually take part in. Yeah, okay. So go to the school websites and Google about it. That's where you can find the information. Okay.
Okay.
Fei Li, Felicia, hello. If you're new here, please follow us. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so these unique subjects, right? Maybe let's take a bit of a look where you can roughly find them. So I talked a bit about exercise and sports science today, and notice there are some schools, right, in red.
Oh.
These are schools, right, that are such this year, right? They have these programs.
Oh.
So new additions essentially.
Okay.
Okay. So exercise and sports science, right? You can see these schools offer them. But take a look at computing and look at how many new schools, right, are offering computing already. What do you think this says, right, about the importance of computing too? Okay. And in fact, right, if you want to know more about computing, I have the syllabus here now. Okay. So computing, right, how you're going to be tested, right? Very roughly, you will have around 2 papers.
Okay.
Hold on. Disappeared.
Never mind.
Find again.
Okay.
Okay,
go ahead. Yeah.
So you'll have around 2 papers. One is a 2-hour written paper, 70%, right? And there'll be a lot of short answer questions, closed passage structured questions. And the 30%, surprisingly, right, for computing, is lab work. Interestingly enough.
Computing is all lab work. Majority is lab work.
Yes, but according to the assessment, right, only 30% is assessed on lab work. 70% will be an exam.
Okay.
Okay? So this is what I mean, right, by saying, right, you really have to look at the requirements, the syllabus, right, of whatever subject you're taking.
You have to look at whether you are a hands-on student or you are a very, I would say, theory-based student. Okay, Jazzy Joe asked what's computing. It's basically coding.
Yes, coding.
Correct. It's studying a third language. Frankly, coding is known to be a language. It's computer language, basically. Yeah. Like the programs and all that you have, the apps that you're using and all that, all those are basically computer language.
And
okay?
It's going to be very hot nowadays also.
Yeah. Do they teach DSA? What is do they teach DSA?
What is DSA?
What is DS? What do you mean? Can you explain? Yeah. Alyssa, I'm your bro. Okay, Cher, at 8 p.m. I'm joining in the new account that I made. Oh, sure.
Data structures and algorithms, probably that will be under computing. Once again, right, you do need to search up, right, the PDF syllabus, right, that MOE will put out. Okay, you need to look at the topics covered there also.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think I want to bring your attention to okay, people, let's just, okay, since we're on computing, let's look at this first. Okay, you all notice that, right, actually for computing side, right, you do realize that there are a number of IP schools actually offering that, correct? So you can see that basically Methodist Girls offering that, River Valley High School also offering that, okay? I thought I saw another one.
Yeah, data structures is covered.
It's covered inside, right? Yeah, correct. Okay, so I think that itself just tells you that basically it's gaining in popularity. So now studying this, right, it will imply that, okay, we study subjects that you need to make sure down the road there are other opportunities to further your studies in that subject.
True.
Okay, so when you look at the ratio, this way they are proportioning it, right? You can tell what the polytechnics down the road is going to be offering, or even the university courses. Frankly, this thing kind of show you a demand of where it's heading. Okay? Yeah, so when you choose your secondary school, yes, these are things to consider, basically, people. I am tired. Ozer Taki. Hello. Yeah.
We are also
Everyone
also
is tired.
Yeah, correct. So you can rest a bit or just listen to us. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you can use our talking as ASMR. You can sleep to us. Okay.
According to Jensen Huang, Nvidia, right? Is that brand? Nvidia, right? Yeah. Everyone knows how to code without learning how to code.
Are you referring to AI in this case? Because probably AI, right, will be able to take over in some aspect, right? Maybe the more difficult, more mundane aspects, right? But human coders are still in demand. Yeah, they're still very much in demand also.
Just like ChatGPT exists now, right? You quickly go and tell your teacher, cause got ChatGPT now, so I don't need to study English anymore. Remove that subject. Yeah, faster. Go tell. Hey, prompting skills require ability to write at a very succinct and very accurate manner, okay? I went for the AI course myself, and we were sitting in a room filled with bankers, IT security, lawyers, okay, myself teacher, I've entrepreneurs and all that there. So it depends on what kind of document you're calling for. Okay, so even with the paid chat GPT that it was offered in the course to us, right? If assuming you are not from the particular industry, right, when you write in the prompt and you call out the document, right, it's a joke. The
True.
keyword here is a joke. Do you know what AI is capable of? Start with the letter H. AI is capable of two things. One thing start with the letter H, another one start with the letter L. Because AI mimics human behavior. Anybody here able to join in that and tell us? Yeah,
HL.
H and L. AI is capable of doing these two things. You're also trying to learn, right? I am not lying. Yeah, AI capable of doing these two things. And we human do that all the time. Yeah. Correct. And you don't even need to be taught how to do that. You start doing that when you're a baby. The one that starts with L. Yeah. Hey, why you all suddenly go quiet? Or TikTok ban the word cannot write, is it? How cannot be right? Ozil. Okay, yeah, we learn the minute we are born, but no, this is not exactly the pute. Is it pute, right? Hello, pute?
Actually,
Yes, Ryan!
oh, okay.
Yes, you lie. AI will lie. Yes, generative AI lie all the time because they are clawing information online. Then my next question is, got fake websites around or not?
And in
Have or
fact, I
don't have?
think that there are fake websites. In fact, I think there was a recent case, right? A lawyer actually used ChatGPT in a sense, right, for one of his cases, right? He was laughed out of court also. Okay? Like teacher Jeremy said, right, AI grabs from good things, grab from bad things. It can't distinguish.
Correct.
Okay?
Jazzy Joe asked me, baby lie. They lie. You know why they lie? They lie, cry. Hey, babies do that, okay? They will cry, right? For no rhyme, no reason, and whatsoever. Actually, they're lying because they just want the mother's attention or father's attention. Yeah, babies lie. It has been proven. There are studies that prove that, basically. You all know what's the letter H word? And you all know that you guys are capable of that. All of us sitting inside this room, as long as we are human, we are capable of that, basically. Yeah. Nobody know. Yeah. Teacher Benjamin, you know that.
I'll
For
be
fun.
honest, not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
AI hallucinates.
Oh, okay, I
Yes,
see.
it hallucinates. You know what it means? It means,
Halulu.
yeah, it will cook up information. Oh, it's Honolulu.
Yeah, the young people,
The young,
young people nowadays call it Halulu.
Honolulu. I
Ah.
see. Okay.
Dilulu and Halulu.
The Lulu is the only Solulu. So Honolulu is also the other Solulu, is it? Okay. Yeah. So actually, I think coding itself, right? You definitely need to learn why the subjects are present in secondary school is because they believe that this is the place where you start building your foundation. Okay, and I think the country is telling you, right? You do realize that all these are government schools. Okay, it's simply telling you that we have a demand for this. So quickly, faster, immediately cultivate a bunch of talents to come up. Okay, so if you want to future proof, frankly, your academic pursuits and your academic ambition, right, you have to go with the flow. You have to go with the flow and where the demand is actually. Yeah, so there's something important when you're choosing your schools, people. Okay, yes. Hello, the new Sherlyn.
The new Shirley.
Yeah, the new
Very
Shirley.
original, very original.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah.
Your analogy on coding and ChatGPT and English
Uh.
is very accurate. That's how they can understand it.
Correct.
Mm.
Yeah.
All of that because ChatGPT can code,
Yes.
but the checking of the code still has to be done.
Yeah, still has to be
True.
done by the human, Yes. So no matter what, you need to study it, people. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that was exercise and sports science, right? Now there are other subjects like the art elective program, music elective program,
Oh.
and economics as well.
Oh, this
Okay.
one you got syllabus to share. I got something to share for this
Oh,
one.
yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, so what happens is now anybody here actually you are, how do you call it? You are very determined to study art because you feel that you can doodle well, or you feel that basically you have that in inner desire to basically be an artist, or be a musician and all that. Okay, this was okay, how do I put it? Now you have to understand, art elective, all these subjects, right? When you enter, some of the schools will actually have this requirement, right, that you cannot drop out of it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
So you all do understand, right? Certain schools, what happens is when you enter and you take like some of the standard subjects, right?
Mhm.
When you really cannot cope. Sometimes when we talk about not being able to cope, right, you're talking about health reasons.
Mm.
There are a lot of reasons why a child may not be able to cope at a certain point, and therefore you require to drop certain subjects. There's a reason why in secondary school you are given like 9 subjects and all that to take, people. So when you choose certain school and then you just very tunnel and aiming for art and all that, you go straight in, you need to understand that this thing involves art history and all that.
True.
Yeah, it's not as simple as sit down there, doodle manga, draw whatever you want, cosplay and all that. It's not all daisy and roses, people.
Mm.
It's a lot more than that, actually. Okay, you're studying the history of things, you're studying like the interpretation of art and all that. There's a lot more. Okay, same goes for music. All right. Yes. So when you need to dabble so deep, right? Then my next question to you is, if there's no way out, do you have what it takes to see it through? At the same time, juggle all your other subjects.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think you made a very good point. I enjoy art, but I make it an examination subject.
Will you enjoy it anymore if you are forced to do it day by day by day by day?
Yeah.
Okay. One more
Ah.
thing also, right? Art actually, right, has 3 papers
Can we
also.
move in a bit?
By
Yeah.
the way,
Mm.
by the way,
Mm.
art has 3 papers. Okay.
Mm.
So one of it is coursework, and some of it, right, involves drawing and painting, and some of it is art history. So you can go and look at the syllabus on yourself later.
Correct. Go take a look at it. Now, same case, because you understand that there's very limited schools that's offering all this. So we go back to just now one tip that we share. You have to go and check the distinction rates.
Mm.
This one is really a must. You need to go and take a look at how big the cohort is, right, when they offer these subjects, and you have such a limited school offering it. Because what will happen is, if let's say it's a very small cohort doing it, right?
Data is not very good lah. Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
So, Mr. Colin said, right, what's the point of art? The point of art at secondary right now, some people, right, I would understand why they want to take it, okay? Because if you think about it, right, when you go to schools like NTU's art, design, media, this kind of thing, right, they require, right, a portfolio, okay? When it comes to arts courses, right, they require portfolios also, okay? These portfolios you have to build up, right, from as early as possible. You can't just do a portfolio 1 hour before the submission, right? That's utterly impossible. So for some people, right, the art elective program can be useful in this way if they're very gifted here.
Then my next point to you is, Mr. Colin O43, may I know if you travel out of Singapore? Yeah. You want to tell me if you travel out of Singapore? Because if you look very, very closely, right, you just go to Marina Bay Sands area. Okay, even you bother to just drive past this particular condo that is very near Vivo City area, you will see the architecture that we have in Singapore is art.
Yes, it is.
There is a reason why actually the government will still pursue and try to make Singapore an arts hub.
Correct.
Okay, when you want to be a first world country, right, you need to be able to appreciate the finer things in life. All right, there has to be beauty in your surroundings. This is necessary. Okay, if I tell you we are in some swampy area and all that, and now we are doing TikTok live in maybe a wet market, with the village lights at the back, sure, you don't need art. Okay, because all you need is your math and science and engineering, right, to make sure you make it in life. But today, Singapore has gone far beyond that, frankly. Far beyond
Singaporean
that.
style teacher band in all caps. I don't have the voice to reply in all caps also. So, hi lor.
Hey, art tan bo jia, you sure or not? You haven't seen those people who tan jin zui jia with art.
It's not so philosophical.
Okay, so
Yeah.
moving on to economics, right? When it comes to economics, these schools they tend to offer it as well. There may be some new selections. You know, you need to go and check the school finder
Hey,
again.
your student, is it?
Oh, it's Sarah. Okay, greetings, Sarah. Well done for your English also.
Oh, Sarah. Wait, what level, ha?
P6.
Oh,
PSLE. Congratulations for your English as well, by the way.
Hey, she all caps for you, but she put her own name in small letter. Yeah. Hey, come lah, you wave the carrot sword at your Sarah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so when it comes to economics, right, do understand that there will always be a demand for economists, actually, if you think about it. Okay, if you think about the banking sector, you think about accountancy as well. Economics can provide a bit of an
Foundation,
advantage, a
basically.
foundation also.
Yeah, it's definitely a
Because,
foundation.
right, in junior college, right, you can take H1 economics, H2 economics. By taking economics in secondary school, you can get a bit of an early advantage. Okay?
I studied economics in uni.
I see.
I don't know why did I do that.
would you have loved to have an earlier
Yes, definitely. If I get to study econs way earlier in secondary school, I would never choose econs when I go uni.
So once again, right, a bit of an early advantage also. Interesting fact also, junior college, right, PCME is one of the most popular combinations ever.
What is your science language?
H2 physics, H2 chemistry, H2 math, H1 economics. So this will give you a bit of an advantage.
You say again, then we make them guess. Yeah.
PCME is a very popular combination.
Hey, come, see whether you're gonna pay attention or not. I think I didn't pay attention. You tell me PCME. Correct.
Correct.
Okay, now what is that subject combi? Yeah, y'all can help to answer
What does it
us.
stand for?
Yeah, what does it stand for? PCME. That means what you choose to study in secondary today actually leads up to your PCME. Yeah. Wow.
Okay, well done, Colin. Physics, chemistry, math, and economics. Yeah, that's true.
very good.
Wow, not bad, not bad.
A, thank you for sharing, even though it's just A.
Yes. Thank you. Such a cool and short name. Yeah.
Okay. So there's that for all these subjects. And when we go to the next slide, right, we have a few other things when it comes to literature in Chinese, Malay, and Tamil as well. Okay.
How many of you here will be keen to study literature in Chinese?
Wow.
Yeah. The other day, Straits Times, was it Straits Times or CNA? I think it came out in an article that it is important to learn literature by heart, learn poetry by heart.
True.
Yeah, so they kind of like put up poetry, poems and all that in the MRT cabins itself, actually. Yeah. There are schools that make literature compulsory, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the point in studying literature, actually? And why do you think IP schools actually, from year one itself, right, they enforce this thing called language arts and they incorporate literature inside part of English when English is a compulsory subject? Anybody here want to make a guess? Hello, Lao Gan Ma! Ni hao! Hello.
You're not the official Lao Gan Ma account, right?
Long time no see. Yeah. I'll be coming back a bit more often. Yes. Okay, basically literature, right, is kind of similar to arts in a certain way. It kind of like open up the way you appreciate the written words or language itself. It also help you in terms of your critical thinking development. Like the way you question certain things and all that. Yeah. Okay. So yes. Chinese literature is called Hong Lou Meng. Wow, really? Gosh,
What was that, by the way?
I don't know, some Chinese classic books.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
it sounds very familiar.
It's
but
one
it's
of
a
those
classic.
Chinese
It's a classic.
Yeah, it's one of those
But
classic. Yeah.
I'm not a Chinese teacher. I'm not a Chinese teacher for a reason.
You study Chinese up to where?
JC, I get my C, my B. I don't want to touch it.
Oh,
ever
then you
again.
stop it already.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Never again. Never.
Same
Again.
here. JC, once I clear that, right, that's it. Enough. Yeah, correct. Why am I Chinese? Ask your parents.
Ask God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Ah.
so as we were saying, so if let's say you are keen on actually doing literature in a different language, right? These are the schools you have to look at, people. Okay, so what we're trying to tell you is basically because when you enter Sec 1, 2, right, when you choose your secondary school now, they don't offer this literature subjects at year 1, you know.
Yeah.
So why Teacher Benjamin put this up is trying to tell you that basically if you are keen, really keen to explore, like, you know, taking literature in a totally different subject, you have to at this point in time already decide that you go into these schools. Yeah, only then you will stand a chance to basically study literature for, you know, the other, I mean, when you hit year 3 lah. That's what we are trying to tell you. Okay? Yes.
So in this case, right, why even bother, right, taking some of these specialized subjects? To answer that question, you actually have to go back a bit to junior college admission. So, okay, any one of you, right, know what is the acronym? I mean, I turn back to this slide. What's the acronym, right, when we talk about junior college admission? It starts with an L, it ends with a 5.
Yes.
Anyone
Anybody
knows
here
or not?
know? Yeah, since a lot of you secondary school, right? Faster, quickly share. Yeah. Well, it's mostly very fast.
Okay, there we go. Very good.
TV
L1,
boy also,
R5.
thank you. TV
Okay.
boy, are you following us? Please follow us. I never seen your name
Not
before
bad, not
though.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so L1, R5, right, you should, a lot of you should know about this already, but if you're not sure,
Let's go
do
through it.
take note,
Yeah.
right, that the SEC, right, is going to maintain the L1, R5 framework. Okay?
That means they're keeping that. They're not removing it.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes.
So instead of taking subjects at an N level, O level, right, okay, they'll probably be taking your G3 subjects into your L1, R5. Okay? So do take note, secondary level, you'll take 7 to 8 subjects. Okay? But for L1, R5, they will take into account only 6. That gives you some backups.
So just now we were talking about dropping subjects.
Yes.
There are many ways to drop subjects.
Mm-hmm.
You drop it in a legal manner by going to your school principal. I really cannot take it already.
True.
Please let me sit out of this exam. There's another way. You go into the examination hall, you put your head down there and you sleep.
I had a very good friend, okay, on the day of his bio exam, he literally didn't come at all. He gave up on his bio exam. He stayed home to study physics.
Wow.
He still did well for physics. A1.
So yeah, so it's choosing your battles.
Hmm.
We're not encouraging you to do that per se, but
They have a term, MC, tapao.
oh, wow, okay. I can tell you this thing actually lasts all the way up to uni. So when I was in uni, right, back then when we take university examination, the uni itself, they didn't have that much space. So you know I had to take my uni exams, right, in IMM.
Oh.
You know where is IMM? It's this warehouse outlet
Oh.
shopping place in Jurong
Oh,
East.
yeah.
And it was in a car park.
Taking an exam in a car park.
Yeah, because the car park is air conditioned. Back then, it was like a convention hall before they turned it into a car park. So what happened is they just, the whole hall is just like thousands of tables. So we just go in one shot and we sit there and take papers. So I'm pretty sure the girl sat beside me, right, was giving up their paper for sure. Yeah. So she just went in and she just lie down there and sleep lah. Okay, so as what Teacher Benjamin is talking about here, so your L1, R5, right? R5 refers to the 5 relevant subjects, basically. Okay, so if let's say you're doing 9 subjects, right, it simply implies that L1 is either your English or your higher mother tongue. So it depends on whether you take higher mother tongue or not. Okay, so do you all know the national standards for distinction rates for L1? By the way. Yeah. Correct. Teacher Benjamin, you're teaching Sec 1 next year.
Yes. I am probably I'm teaching Sec 1 next year. Okay.
Okay, so you can go and sign up Teacher Benjamin's class, okay? Yeah. Alright, I give you a clue. Okay, so basically Singapore secondary level English, right? The distinction rate, the first digit is 2. Yeah, you want to try to guess the second digit? Correct. Yeah. So see if anybody capable of guessing.
25.
Mostly too high. Too high. Yeah. Around there. 5% never. Okay, so in other words, right, 10 students max out, you probably have 1 quarter is what? 2.3?
Three?
Less than 3?
Less than 3.
Less than 3. Less than 3 will be scoring either A1 or A2. Correct.
Mm.
Okay, so in short, right, when you calculate it this way, right, so imagine if this one, right,
Mm.
you don't fall under the top percentile of your A1, A2 students, right, this side itself will take up quite a fair bit of points already.
Yeah, so maybe it's around 3 points, 4 points
Mm.
already. By the way, some people will think also, the higher the points, the better. No. This is like the PSLE system, by the way. Lower EAL equals better. Lower L1 R5 equal better.
Correct.
Okay?
The lower your score, the better.
Ah.
So meaning the best is this one, A1, 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 A1. So your best score is 6 points. Then subsequently, if let's say you take higher mother tongue, they minus 2 points. Then you do some CCA whatsoever, they minus
2.
another 2 points.
Then there's affiliation also maybe.
Then they minus some points again. So so and so forth. That's how why RI, even the top JCs, they're looking at 1 pointers.
1 or 2 points.
Yeah.
For RI, the top JCs also. Yeah. Hua Chong, this kind of thing. Actually,
for students, to be very frank, I know that how many of you here, see if you're willing to tell us or not, how many of you here actually miss IP by a slim margin? Yeah.
I know.
Hello, Nima Mafei. Ni hao, Bukit Panjang Government High, right? Yeah, Nima Mafei. Yeah. I saw your center at Bukit Timah there.
Oh.
Yeah. Correct. That one by center. Thank you. Yes. Please.
I saw your pretty face.
No, I'm not there. They don't have my face. They where got my face?
Mr. Timmy.
Don't have one.
Me, I 17 points missed by a bit.
Okay, now what I'm trying to tell you is this. Okay, students who didn't manage to get into IP actually with your PSLE results. So on a more serious note now, okay, jokes aside, it simply implies that you go into your SEC, right? You could still get into the JC of your choice.
Yep.
As long as you manage your L1, R5 well. So what happens here is why we keep on saying that actually no matter what schools you choose to go into, right? If you understand that you're pretty good at math, then it's to go and look at the the distinction rates of that particular school that you're choosing, whether the distinction rates are high enough or not. Everything driven by data. Data will not lie actually, because like the information that the schools put up and all that, you live in Singapore, they generally cannot bullshit there lah. Okay, to be very frank. Alright? Yeah. Why? Can open at Yishun? You pass your PSLE! Woo! Yeah, correct. Why never say about your school? Which center is Teacher Benjamin at now? Next to Tiong Bahru, you cannot tell. So Teacher Ben, you want to tell them?
Okay, usually King's Arcade and Hougang lah.
So Teacher Benjamin's handsome face is at the Bukit Timah branch. Yes, correct. Okay. What is QUSSS? You understand?
No.
Or QUSSS is a user, is
a person.
Oh, person. Oh, hello. Sorry, I thought it was secondary school.
Who said I passed my
Oh.
Not
Okay. Yeah. So Teacher Benjamin is King's Arcade. Where else? Hougang. Yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, basically your L1 R5 is something that actually you should start planning from Sec 1. You should start planning, because what happens is when you look at the subject that they offer, right, it gives you a glimpse into what is possible combination when you're in Sec 3, Sec 4. So you kind of like map out the whole thing, because it's not like in P6, I go into this school, I got 6 years. Secondary school don't function this way, you have 4 years. So you enter, and thereafter you have very clear goals that year 3, year 4, I want this combi. Okay. And you have to also look at some schools, right? What happens is if this combi is shrinking in population that is taking, right? If you could ever be resourceful enough to find this information, right? Then it's for you to think about it whether you still want to go to that school.
Yep.
Yeah, because it could mean to say that the classes could be cut off by the time you hit, by the time you hit year 3, year 4. And there have been cases of secondary schools combining.
Yeah.
So my opinion here is to go to a school which the population is growing. Yeah, try not to go to a school because it's near your house, but the population is shrinking. Yeah, because there are certain estates in Singapore whereby the population is shrinking, and it honestly is a true thing that could happen. No, that suddenly year 3 you realize that your school uniform got to change. Right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, sorry I go all the way there, but it's something you ought to think about lah. Okay. Yeah. What is this?
I'm scared I got the AL score of the cutoff point of
So that means probably strawberry, right? You got 12, but the cutoff point is 12 or so. Why are you scared? If you think about it. Oh,
What did strawberry cutoff point got?
oh,
Just
she
about
said she got the
Then cutoff point a lot of IP what?
I got cutoff point of a lot of IP.
A lot of IP school you mean? That means you are eight
She's
pointer.
straddling the line probably.
Then you just make sure you don't go and put the first one is a 4 cutoff point school lah.
Yeah, be realistic.
Be realistic, yes,
Mm.
correct. Because what happens is just now I think we were talking about that. Just think one of them you all mentioned that was it Amanda? You're saying that if you cut off you got 12 and therefore can you choose a school which 2023 the cutoff point is 12.
12 or so.
We told you yes. Yeah, is to go for that. Basically because whatever stats that they present, right, is based on 2023 stats. So you have to base on that stats to make your decision. Yeah, there isn't any other stats. They don't have 2025 stats yet, Lee. So no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
I have a question.
Mm.
Must when they are about to enter secondary school,
Mhm.
must they really have to map out the whole thing?
Okay, I think it's to why we went into the different subjects and all that, right? Is to know what the schools actually offer. Because if let's say you have the heart to go like, oh, I want to study econs.
Yep.
Then
you pick a school that don't offer econs. Then what you want?
Let's say, for example, like Sec 1 and 2, by the time they reach Sec 2, that's when they knew what they wanted, but it's not in the school that they wanted.
Then you either pray very hard that the school offer or you have to go and try to talk to your papa mama and see whether they're willing to change school or not. Because when you talk about changing school, it involves a lot more things really. Yeah. The peer pressure, the adjustment, new friends.
And it's subject to the number of spaces the school has as well.
Correct. Yeah. That's why we were trying to tell you that actually all these subjects may look very new to you, like what is computing, what is econs and all that. There's a lot of information available online. If you're one, do you think we can consolidate a list of some of the websites for them? Maybe we can lah. We can try.
Mhm.
Okay, but one of the most straightforward way, right? If teacher Benjamin, you go back to so like one more slide is back. Okay, so like this, right? Basically, why we strongly recommend you to screenshot this. So meaning you say you are interested in music elective, right? You just go to Crescent Girls School's website. Go to the website. The official school website will give you the information that we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Then the website that will give you information about the exam syllabus is?
Honestly, Google can give you information. You just search, right? O-level, Singapore O-level computing syllabus is there as a PDF document already.
Correct.
You can look through it.
SEAB.
Yeah.
SEAB will give you the most accurate info.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with what I understand why teacher Ms. Go asked that question. Like sometimes it's too early for you to realize exactly what you want to deep dive into, especially you're only year 1. So what we can basically tell you is just from this, sometimes it's based on inkling or interest. Yeah, I think you need to know yourself well, and I think it's also important to listen to your parents' advice. Okay, like your parents will be able to advise you quite well on what are the possibilities and all that. Like the information that you hear from us today, go share with your parents if your parents are not inside this live, and let them know that you need to Google and research and all that. You heard all these things from us. Yeah. Okay. Okay, come, let's go on.
Okay, so I'll just show you lah. Okay, previous slide, right? We were talking a bit about what L1 R5 is, right? So for this next slide, right? This is a very, very common combination that a lot of people tend to take. Let's be honest, very few people take higher mother tongue. Very few people can do well for it. So your L1 is really going to be English. Okay?
Yes.
There is no swapping out for most of you. Really.
Yeah, L1 is English. Yeah. Okay, you can go.
Central is what, 95% of them take?
Yeah, 95%.
Correct.
Okay. R1, right, a possible relevant subject, right, can be your combined humanities in the sense that it's social studies, geography. Okay. Combined humanities being that you take half the score of social studies, half the score of geog, you add them together.
Correct. So it could be half the scores of social study, half the scores of history. So it depends on what kind of combo that the school that you ultimately choose offers lah.
I know virtually everyone I know took geog.
Yeah.
Everyone hates history for some reason. So next part, right, you have possible math or science, E-math, okay. Then R3 can be A-math, okay, or another relevant subject. R4, R5, possibly pure physics, pure chemistry.
When is teacher Mizuko going live? Very soon. She this afternoon she was live. Were you not there?
She was around.
Oh, she was around. Okay. Friday. You'll see teacher Mitsuko. Yes. Okay.
So
Yeah.
all this is just quite a common combination. But as you can see, right, 5 subjects, right? You have around 7 to 8 subjects. Look at how you can have some backups also.
So to choose your secondary school, I think you need to understand that this is ultimately what you got to face. Okay. So what happens here is, okay, basically what we can tell you is because this is definitely your L1. So if you have affiliation and you're going to certain affiliated schools, most of the affiliated schools that we know, basically their English passing rates and distinction rates are very decent. Yeah, honestly speaking, I'm talking about affiliation like CHIJ, I'm talking about affiliation like ACS, all that. Okay, we have seen students from there, and we are proud to say that, you know, our students from there basically did well. Okay, then what happens is all the rest of all the subjects here, right? Then they are subjects that you generally have to take. So it's like what we mentioned. If you are already, you shortlisted about 6 options, right? Then is to go and Google those schools, whether, you know, do you think that they stand a good chance for distinction. That's about it, basically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So what are some benefits of specialized subjects? Well, all in all, right, we know that the JC admission, right, it still remains the same under SEC. But do take note also, a specialized subject can replace a second math or a third science, as you see here.
Oh, specialized. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so some of these specialized subjects, they can actually help replace one of these subjects. Once again, we go back to the idea of backups, isn't it? Right? Okay, so
Correct.
don't just write them off. If you do something you like, right, you enjoy it, right, you know you can score well for it, right? Okay, compared to additional math, if you're not so good at it, so you think about it once again also.
Correct. So like special subjects like your music and your art and all that, right? To be very, very frank, if let's say you realize that you are stronger in a lot of the standard subjects, because standard subjects are what most schools basically offer.
Yep.
So if you just simply go for standard subjects, actually you have a lot more options. So unless you're very firm about going for music and art and all that, right? Otherwise, my suggestion is you do art and music outside. Honestly speaking. Yeah, because diploma for music, all that, right? You can easily secure it outside. Because you talk about, you know, piano and all that, or even other instruments, like going for the grading for the diploma and all that, right? It's you can easily just do it outside. And it's possible to take a pause and still continue to pursue that down the road. Yeah, but if you do it in school and you're taking it as part of your L1 R5, then you got to understand the stakes involved.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is high stakes really, because it is part of your L1 R5. All right. So same goes for art. Actually, there are a lot of institutes in Singapore itself that offer art courses. So you have your LaSalle Fine Arts. Okay, you also have you know, there are other art schools around. Yeah. What is Baka?
Baka,
Baka is a person.
A person.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, more of what we have stated here on this slide also. Okay, so when it comes to these specialized subjects, it can give you a bit of a strategic choice also when you are talking about junior college or polytechnics. Polytechnics, there are a lot of courses also, right?
Correct.
Okay.
A lot actually.
And if you have an interest in computing, some of you, right, you probably already take computing tuition. That's an actual thing, coding tuition.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, correct.
Can you leverage that or not? Can you use that tuition to get a bit of advantage? You think about it. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So if you are very good at your mother tongue, you can capitalize on it as well, especially for some of the SAP schools. Okay? So just some pieces of advice, right, when you're talking about your specialized subjects. Think about your current strengths, your potential strengths also.
Can we list some strengths?
Oh,
Like
so
when you were in secondary school, like when you first finished your PSLE, right? What kind of strengths you knew about yourself? we try to put ourselves in our 12-year-old state. We try.
So maybe after I got my 23 AL score, right, and I went to secondary,
yeah,
right?
well, teacher Benjamin, think about it, okay? You all want to find out about our strengths when we think about ourselves when we are 12 years old. Why not you all tell us your strengths?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to hear from you guys. At 12 years old, what do you think your strengths are? Do you even know your strengths? Yeah.
Specializing in pediatrics at 12 years old.
Wow.
Oh, high flyer, huh?
That's what she wants now.
Because you
I
can
see,
carry young kid, is it? Or you can tahan the crying of children. Yeah, I'm trying to understand what makes you so keen about pediatrics actually. Yeah, so you're good at gaming.
Gaming.
How you know you're good at gaming? Because you make certain ranks, is it? I'm trying to understand. What makes you so sure you're good at gaming? Yeah, because you can non-stop sit there backside not pain and continue to play, is it? Yeah, correct. I'm trying to understand. Yeah. I'm just trying to understand this 33
Wow.
specialize in content creator.
Content creator.
Actually, in the past few years, when percentage-wise, if you ask generations what they want to be when they grow up, they want to be YouTubers and stuff.
Streamers and everything.
Dropping out of school can create a lot of good content.
But that's the thing, right? Only the top 10%, right, of content creators actually earn actual money. Okay, a lot of people do it on the side because it brings nothing at all, right?
So
Very
what
little.
they should know is that they have to specialize and be good at something first before they have content to create.
You have to
Correct.
specialize in content niche, in a sense.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
school first still.
Because honestly speaking, if you talk about content creation, right, what the kind of content that you're seeing, right, they need to script it, they need to edit, you need to know, like, what kind of words form a hook, what kind of words could be good for closing, what kind of words actually great for suspense. Yeah, you also need to consider like the editing ability. Yeah, at which point do you cut and all that to create a kind of tension, and you want to keep your eyeballs there. Yeah, actually it's an eyeball industry, frankly. It's an attention seeking industry. So the more attention you can grab, right, basically the more worth you have. So that one, you still need school. You need school to be able to decipher all that, basically. And you need to be an all-rounder. You need to be good at your math so that you can calculate, like,
Data science and everything.
yeah, your data science and all that, because you need to read the analytics. It's not like, oh, I go out there, create content, that's about it. You need to read charts, you need to read click-through rates, you need to read impression rates. There are lots of statistics that you need to read. Yeah, what is considered the best? Or actually, since you're into content creation, can I just share one thing with you? Go check out Jian Hao Tan's latest video on YouTube, where he did a podcast with Are You Okay? He talked about his beginning as a YouTuber. If you all know what I'm talking about, Jian Hao Tan is one of the biggest YouTubers in Singapore already. So you look at the effort that goes in to do basically even the what's that called? What's that thing called? Thumbnail design. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that one. General pediatrician, she want to do it on the side. Oh, sorry, wrong people. Yeah. The strength is eating, so can go and do the food science.
If you want to do food science, there's still theory, by the way. So you need to do a bit of studying also. So things like calories and everything also. It's not just eating, not just cooking also.
Yeah. So we talk about potential strengths at your age now, right? Frankly, I think number one, whether one thing that can tell you your strengths would be the consistency in your results. If you score AL1 for science, for PSLE, and it's the very first time in your life that you score that AL1.
It's a miracle lah.
Yeah, this one is called miracle.
Ah.
Okay? This one means your ability in science,
not consistently good.
Yeah, correct. So you may need to, look back a bit and or either attempt to do more science now and to see if you consistently perform well. Okay, other strengths could be also things like whether, if we talk about elective subjects, does music come to you very naturally? That means to say, if you have to go for music examination, right? Basically, the practice time that you require is half of your peers. That is one way to tell your strengths, Frankly, it's not luck. It shouldn't be sheer luck. That means to say that when I study this subject, right, I generally require lesser time, but I consistently do well. That is a strength, honestly. That is a possible strength. Okay, so this is something to think about. When you're not consistent, like Michelin star restaurants, why they are Michelin star restaurant is like, because the food tester goes in or rather the person who is assessing that star, right, you go in every time, you get that consistent basically taste lah. So that is something very important. So what were the strengths you could think of?
So probably the strengths when I was 12 years old, right, maybe I was a bit more analytical, a bit more science focused also, because consistently I think I was able to do okay for science, as well. Language, I would say I'm quite strong in that as well. So when it comes to compositions and the like, I could also do it well.
I could do well in math, but I decided to give up math when I was in uni and go for econs. So this is a personal regret lah. Okay, that means to say that actually consistently I generally do better for statistics. So this was something I refused to acknowledge and refused to see because I thought econs undergraduate sound cooler. Yeah, just like that. Just like young people these days will tell me I want to be content creator. Sounds cool, right?
Same.
So honestly, right, if you think about it, right, in my opinion, it's all about the advantages you have. Because you have something called the bell curve. Okay? So what advantages, right, do you have, right, over another person? Okay, I know it's very competitive, it's very Darwinian, but you have to think about this way
Correct.
also.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't just look at what you're interested in. You should look at consistently what you're performing well in. Because honestly, academic pursuit or academic ambition, right, it can be very strategic. That means it could be driven by data in the sense like you know that you are generally doing a lot better in this, right? Then you go for that lah. Yeah, that will help. Or you go and eat. Got to go and eat. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Are you going to
Okay.
eat strawberries? Probably.
Hey, hello Kai! Hello! This one is our ex-student.
Oh.
Graduated and in poly already.
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting.
Hello, hi! Today I have with me teacher Benjamin. Yes. Correct. So we're talking to students who just got their PSLE results today. Yeah. Okay, so discuss different areas of interest, right? Oh, this one, who should they discuss with? Yeah.
Okay, so discussing the different areas of interest, if you have siblings, right, you have peers, right, you can talk about it to them as well. Especially if you have older siblings, older peers, because they have the lived experience, isn't it? Okay, your brother, your sister, right, they have actually experienced it before. I think that beats a lot of other data.
Correct. Actually, talking to or even being able to witness how your peers are trying to study for their certain exams and all that, right?
Yeah.
That will definitely help. Yeah. To understand the struggles that they go through, or perhaps when you look at it, you are inspired by it and you actually feel that it's something very doable, then that is also one channel. Then speaking to your parents, definitely, it's a must, in my opinion. Yeah. Because having their support, right, will help. Yeah. So if your parents know that you're not good at this and you still want to study this, right, then it's where you go and ask for tuition help.
And that actually brings us to the next point, right? Determine if there are any external clubs, organizations that can assist you with specific subjects. Okay? So for example, if you take a very niche subject, right, is there such a thing as art tuition? Coding tuition, right? For those of you who are considering taking computing, right, you have a support network, isn't it? Computing tuition. Maybe in the future, right, that will be very hot. Okay?
Yeah, correct.
But of course, all the traditional subjects, right, you have math tuition, English tuition, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Right?
And get help early. Yeah, because what happens is when you enter secondary school, right, very often P6 students lose their momentum because you finish PSLE in end of September.
Yeah.
So you would have enjoyed a break in October, November, December, and then Jan you start school. You cannot imagine how weak your muscles will be.
Not just your writing muscles, your brain muscles also.
Yes, people. Really, I'm not kidding. And you just imagine after a 3 months break, you go into school and then you kickstart 9 subjects straight away. Yeah, then plus that orientation, making new friends and everything, right? It's like, wow, everything is so interesting and all that, right? Then the last thing you know is the results come back, right? WA1, wow, everything failed. Okay, or either WA1 still can cope and all that. Then end of the year is where you get a shock.
And it will be a bit of a shock.
It will be a bit of a shock.
Okay,
yeah.
I've got very good students, right? When they come from PSLE, they come over to secondary, right? It can be quite a shock because the requirements are completely different also.
Correct. And then very often, why we did the live about the difference between PSLE English and secondary English, right? It's because very often students come to us and then they go like, teacher, you mean situational writing now? We need to write so long. Then we go like, yes, actually, it's the same length as composition. If you have been our students all along, then you understand how long our compo is. You just imagine writing that length for situational writing and lesser time, 2 papers together. So sometimes when it happens at the end of the year, you are very shocked. You're taken aback. Okay, so I think definitely seek help early, or even starting early itself will help. Be it whether it's art, science, music, or anything. So I agree with Teacher Benjamin, like any external club that you could possibly get your hand on. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
important.
P6 students, if you think about it, you have had a break for 3 months a day.
Very long.
Adults will kill to get 3 months of a break. Okay, so probably it's time to slowly start
the
doing
engine,
something.
yeah, correct.
Probably, okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
How many of you actually bother to study at this point in time?
Get your results already. Right?
Yeah. Should start. Must start.
Mm.
Okay. Should start. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, right, that is most of what we have to talk about for subjects a day. We did say that we want to talk a bit about, give a bit of a reminder, since today, right, is your results collection day, you need to indicate your choices, right, for your school. So we're going to do a bit of a recap, right, for very important things to take note of when it comes to posting, okay, for posting, for indicating
Thank you
your
for the
results.
roast. Yeah.
Okay, so first and foremost, right, I have said this for 10 times a day. Okay, there's a very useful tool you can use, School Finder. Okay, it's a it gives a lot of useful information, a very brief summary of very useful information. Example, I go to Anglican High, right? You can see, right, a lot of information at a glance here. What is the score range of from 2023, subjects offered, CCAs, and I didn't even know that the secondary school, for example, is affiliated to SAJC also until now. Okay, so very important information. Look through it again. Okay, as you are planning your choices. Okay.
Okay, come. Let's ring the bell for Sherlyn first. Sherlyn, thank you very much.
Okay.
For helping us hit 15K. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, we appreciate it. I give you rose. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct.
So next thing, right? We kind of played this game before. You want to play again?
Yeah. You guys want to try?
Okay. Why not? Come. So a bit of a question
Interaction.
there.
Come.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many choices do you have, right, guys? In selecting your secondary school, you can put how many choices, by the
Come
way?
quickly. Let us know what is the magic
10,
number.
11, 10,000.
Wow. Any other answers?
Okay, interesting.
Wow.
I think 100% of them are getting it correct.
Because they all PSLE student, I think.
And actually those who attended from last week's session.
Yeah.
Okay? So very quickly, right, you have 6 choices. Okay? So how do you get, right, that limited place, right, in a school accordingly? Yeah? How do you do that? Okay, so the primary way they're gonna let you get in, right, is they're gonna compare your AL score. If you get 1, okay, AL1, you apply to a 16 AL school, they're gonna welcome you with open arms, isn't it? Right? Okay.
They'll hug you
The
quickly.
problem is, right, when you're fighting over the last slot, let's say with 3 other students, okay, then you go to the second stage called the tiebreaker stage.
Oh, that one
Okay,
painful.
and there are 3 factors, right, to determine who gets the last place among maybe the 3 people. Okay, anyone wants to guess?
Yeah, there are three
What are the tiebreakers,
tiebreakers. That means 3 things that will determine whether, PR, choice order, something else. Ayo, what's the something
close enough,
else?
but not close enough.
Yeah. Hello, Tan Tan. Wow, your nickname quite cute. Yeah, correct.
So what are the 3 factors, right, the 3 tiebreakers which determine whether these students get the last spot? Oh, as for it. Oh,
You're another
hello.
student, right?
You are.
You are?
As for it, I don't remember having a student called As for it. Oh, Stacy. Well done, Stacy. Well done for getting the AL1 also for English.
Wow!
Okay.
So you came in to say hi to Teacher Ben, right?
Okay, well done.
Okay.
So anyway, shall I review the answers? The tiebreakers?
She want to hint. What's the last one? She
Hint.
wants a hint.
We have been talking about this quite a while. It starts with an A, ends with an. It's not even a hint. AI.
Oh yeah! Correct. Using AI. Yeah, it's like your name go into the box, then you drop out.
Okay.
Yeah. You all
So,
know what is the...
do you know what it is?
Correct. AI, no. The answer starts with the letter B. B for Bangkok again.
You put all your names into a hat, you take out the names from the hat. What is it?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So it's like lucky draw, you understand? I already give the hint very big already. Yeah, it's like a lucky draw. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Singaporean style.
Excellent. Okay. So very quickly, 3 factors, right, which will determine whether you get a place, right, at the tiebreaker stage, whether you are a citizen or not. I think most of you are citizens, but unfortunately, if you are a PR, you'll be at a slight disadvantage. Okay, citizens, right, will get places first. Let's say both of you are citizens. Next thing is very important: choice order. Okay, let's say student A, right, and student B, they get same AL score, they get the same, they are both citizens, but student A, right, indicates that he wants to go to this school, he puts it in for his first choice.
yeah.
Student B puts it as a second choice. Student A will get it
Then
because he
student
put
B
it
can just go home and cry.
yes at a higher level.
Yeah.
Okay, and student B will get a second choice. Unfortunately, if all else fails, right, AL is the same. Citizens, both of you are citizens. Choice order, right, completely the same. Now is when you start praying, right, to
Yes.
every god in the sky.
Correct. Every
Okay.
god in the sky.
Computerized balloting. Okay, so a computer will use a random number generator. It will start picking whether you get the last place or not.
Correct.
So do take note of that. Now, very important advice. You should consider, right, 2 to 3 schools where your PSLE score is better or at the school's cutoff point.
Definitely. Yes.
Teacher Jemis, you had a parent who did something
Yes.
not recommended, right?
Yeah, really not recommended.
Ah.
Okay. Frankly speaking, yeah, let me share that. Okay. This one. Okay, you have 6 choices. Okay. So what happens here is I had this conversation. So mommy wanted like the first choice, right? We missed the cutoff point by 2-3 points. Second choice, we missed the cutoff point by 1-2 points. Okay. Third choice, we meet the cutoff point. Fourth onwards, right? Top schools in Singapore.
What?
You know, when you do things like that, right, what will happen is basically you could be entering a school that is not even inside your list. Okay, so don't do that. They never consider HCL. That means a higher mother tongue, is it? Is HCL higher mother tongue?
There's higher mother tongue.
Yeah, they will take off your 2 points. Yeah, correct.
It's
They
factored
will-
into the AL.
It's factored into the AL.
And of course, for some schools, right, when it comes to SAP and so on and so forth, right, you will get a distinct advantage for higher Chinese as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, don't go in go in opposite order. In my opinion, like what teacher Benjamin said, the first 2 to 3 schools, frankly, especially 3, my take here is 3. Okay, the first school should always be a school where you meet the cut-off point.
Yes.
Okay, you shouldn't even take a school, frankly speaking, you want to take a school that you miss the cut-off point by 1 mark, that kind, right? You need to understand you are already risking it.
You're already at stage 2, you're already going to the 3 tiebreakers already.
Correct. You are straight out heading for a tiebreaker. Now, by choosing the school where you meet the cutoff point, right, you also need to pray that they don't change their cutoff point because of the demand of application. But by choosing that, right, it simply means to say that you have a much higher chance because they will not randomly change it too much. Okay, so that one is one. Then the second school most likely is you are actually below their cutoff point. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah.
Below, right? Yeah. So that means to say the school cutoff point is, let's say 5, you are 4. So you are definitely a shoe-in kind of situation.
Yes.
But similarly, if let's say you miss your first choice and then you know there's overcrowding and all that, then
You get your second best choice. Instead of going for something completely unattainable.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So I think the first 2 to 3 choices, right? Parents need to be more mindful actually when you're advising your kids. You know, or like don't be too adventurous and go like, okay, the first choice, let's go for something that is a bit higher, a bit out of reach. You need to understand that's definitely risking it lah. Okay, that's for sure risking it.
Okay. So I've got a lot of word salad here. We are eating good. Okay. This is actually from Red Swastika, right? But I think Red Swastika, they actually got this from MOE also. The graphics are the same actually. So just to illustrate, right? Let's say we have
screenshot.
please
then.
screenshot if you need, by the
Yeah.
way, guys. Okay,
Correct.
take a screenshot, do what you need to do. Point is, right, let's say that we have the following students. They're all fighting for school A. Jane, right, has the better PSLE score, better AL score. She gets it. Okay? Unfortunately, the rest of them, right, they have to fight for B. Okay? Brian and Mary, right, let's say that they're Singapore citizens. They go to the second stage, the tiebreaker stage. B and M. Brian, Mary, they are the citizens. Okay? And so they'll go on, right? They'll talk about choice order. So Brian, he ranked it higher. He'll get the place. Mary, right? She has to go to her next choice, school C. Alan and Rina, unfortunately, right? Let's say that they're PRs. Okay, they have to go all the way to D. Okay, and afterwards, right? Let's say that they have the same choice order. Computer is going to pick who gets it. Okay.
Then it's all luck dependent already, people.
Okay.
Then they want
So,
fully luck dependent already.
Ultimately, right, you really want to, you don't want to go to this tiebreaker stage. Okay? Because, right, there's a lot of luck involved, there's a lot of other factors involved.
Correct, because
Okay.
if they really cannot find a place for you, right, simply they will just randomly assign. They will not leave you without a school.
Yeah.
That's for sure. but it would mean to say that it could be really out of the range that then in other words everything else that we discussed earlier on, right? Like choosing subject combi and all that, right?
It's all
It's useless. It will just fly out of the window.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. So what we are trying to share with you guys is choose your subject combi based on what the schools are offering. Check out basically their distinction and passing rates and all that on the website, that's for sure. Then the next one we're going to go into is go to the open houses.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
correct.
So very quickly, right, I will show you a very useful website, okay? If you're not copying this down desperately or taking a picture or anything, right, please do it now, okay?
We recommend this Kiasu Parents website.
Okay. So very quickly, right, this is a list of every open house there is. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to show you when the open houses are going to be, so on and so forth. Okay.
All this, Jurong West Secondary School has a virtual open house, so I think you can go ahead and visit the virtual version.
I'll be honest, virtual I don't think is very good. You don't get to see the facilities for yourself. They show you what they want you to see. That's the thing, right? Okay. So we have all of these. Unfortunately, guys, a lot of them are past already.
But we have some which
okay, we have some. You notice a lot of it, right, was on the 16th, by the way. 16 November. A lot of school open houses. Yeah, it was a Saturday.
Correct.
Okay. Don't worry, right, if you miss all of that. Oh, a lot of 16s. Okay.
Yeah.
Today is going to be the 20th. Okay. Tomorrow, okay, 21st to 23rd November, right, Crest Secondary School. 21, Cochrane Presbyterian. It's a webinar. Okay. So Christchurch Secondary School, 22, so on and so forth.
Go to the website, yes.
Any schools catch your attention, teacher?
I want to go ACS.
You want to go ACS? So let's see. ACS over there or not? I go to search.
Got it. Oh, can I go St. Hilda?
Oh, St. Hilda. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you go to St. Hilda's, you are in luck. Okay. It will be on the 22nd of November.
Virtual.
Okay, but it's virtual.
Yeah, so virtual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still better than nothing. Okay. So basically, right, please do look through, right, all of these.
Correct.
This page. Look through all the schools, right, that are going to come up. Okay.
Yeah, actually, if they still have the open house for you guys, I strongly recommend you to go. So actually, one of our live session right before, I think one of the final considerations, we didn't want to cover that today, is to look at school culture. Because honestly, we feel that one is your last consideration.
Actually, is it possible you can copy and paste the link and put it in the chat?
Can we?
Yes.
Do you have the link? Oh, okay. Anyway, as teacher Mitsuko is doing that, anything else?
I think we summarize. You all got other questions for us or not? Yeah. Hello, Benson Ong.
I actually have an article, by the way. It was on the Straits Times.
Yeah.
I have that article.
Correct.
Okay.
You want to screen? I mean, as in we let teacher Mitsuko put in the link first.
Okay.
Yeah.
The link inside already, the Kiasu parent one.
Okay.
Oh,
inside already?
Inside already. Oh, okay. I think my live hang. I'm not seeing it. Wait.
Is it because they don't allow it?
Oh, they don't allow
Yeah, I don't see it in my phone also.
Oh.
Maybe they don't allow.
I think we cannot put in the link for you guys, so you all may have to screenshot, basically.
If you cannot screenshot, just search Kiasu Parents. Kiasu Parents.
2024.
Secondary Open Houses 2024. Don't search 2023.
Yeah, search 2024. Correct.
Okay. So with all of that done, right, do go down, right, do talk with the seniors at the school. Also, okay, for those with physical open houses, talk with the seniors. You'll be surprised how honest they can be. Really. Okay? So do that as well.
Oh, you can send? Can send. Or search like that. Yeah. Okay.
So with that done, right?
No.
Oh, yes.
Higher Chinese has distinction and without how many points of papers?
2 points if I'm not wrong. Yeah. 2 points. 2 points. Actually, question here is you can check with your school teachers, but my memory is 2 points.
Yeah. For me also.
Correct. It's 2 points. So basically from there, you can go, I mean, as in if you score 10 points, then of course it's an 8-point kind of situation. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, right, last thing, right, I can actually share with you, right, how many of you actually read our national newspaper, by the way? Okay.
Quickly,
if you had
raise your hand.
read it, right, if you had read it, right, you would have seen this article, right? Okay, Sunday, right, the Straits Times. This is from a Sec 1 student, by the way. Okay, and if you can, go and find, right, if you have a subscription to the Straits Times. If you cannot, right, maybe you can take a bit of a screenshot here.
And try
Okay.
to read it.
And try to read it. But the point here, right, is this is going through a Sec 1's thought process when it comes to choosing his secondary school. So you can see, right, for example, oh, I just zoom out further.
Yeah, zoom. I think you zoom in, then you read the part for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So point is, right, so he said that,
You
for
want to zoom in
example, right,
further, cannot see.
I zoom in here.
Okay.
Okay. So he felt, right, that it was important to go to a school where he can continue to enjoy learning. Okay. Third consideration is location. Okay. Last time he used to go to a primary school that was only 10 minutes away. But now, right, secondary school, very important to take note, you're no longer going home at what, 1:30?
Yes.
Okay. You have a lot of other activities as well, CCA and so on so forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, in the MOE website, right,
Yeah.
you notice that a lot of the things that they gave you are practical considerations. Number one, location. Okay. Number two, they do also talk about the school culture and all that,
Yeah.
but they didn't go too much into that.
Mhm.
Okay. But location was something they emphasized a lot on. Now, I understand Singapore. Why not you all tell me Singapore small or big? In your opinion, people? Yeah. Singapore is a small or big country? Come. Yeah.
Now, last thing I want to take note of, right, is the last consideration, friends. Okay, actually, this is the second last. I have one more thing. So, he did consider, right, going with his friends, and he made this decision based on his friends, lah. Okay, so what do you think, Teacher Jamis, when it comes to going with your friends to the next school?
We will still stay as friends, right? That means we must have blood pact.
That's the
You
thing.
know, it's like you put a bow there, right? I bite my finger, drop my blood inside. You also must bite your finger, drop your blood inside. Then we must swear that, right?
We'll
No
always be
matter
friends.
what happened, right? We must be friends.
Okay, and that actually brings me to the next point, look at this, look at what he wrote, okay? Some things he didn't anticipate. When it comes to CCA, right, he didn't get what he hoped for. He wanted to go for the Infocom club, but he got assigned to the Eagle Scouts. But he ended up, right, actually loving the Eagle Scouts as well. Interests change, friendships change, relationships change.
Yeah. The only constant thing is in life, right, is death and taxes. Then change is also constant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, just now Ryan answered my question. Singapore is small. Now, the thing is, I agree, Singapore is small. And that's the reason why a lot of us, right, actually take for granted the distances that we have to travel. Okay, so very often you could feel that actually just going to a school a bit further away is perfectly fine. Okay, but what happens when school really starts, right? That's when the rigor kick in.
Yeah.
Then you start to realize that why? Okay, so we will dive into that about like the locations and all that.
Culture.
We will talk about that. Actually, do you all know when you need to submit your school choices?
Important, by the way.
Yeah, please don't miss the date. Don't miss the date. Do you all know the date? Yeah.
One deadline you will never miss, by the way.
Yeah, do you guys know the deadline? Yeah, you all want to type it in for me? Saturday is what date?
Saturday is 23.
Oh, really?
Singaporean South Sarah says that is 26.
So, Sarah trustworthy?
Yes. Probably this one you need to go and check again. Yeah. But
because I checked the newspaper, it said 25. Yeah, correct.
All different dates.
Ayo, gosh.
By 3 p.m. on Tuesday, 26 November.
Okay, so
so
Sarah is
Sarah is
correct.
trustworthy.
Okay, well done. 26 Tuesday, 3 p.m. By the way.
Okay.
So you have time to think. Okay.
Then you go into straight the balloting system lah. Yeah. Then it's like maybe you stay in Jurong, they assign you to Tampines lah. Because you never submit your choice, what? It will mean to say that you can go anywhere. Okay? Okay, so as we were saying, I think we will dive deep into like the other considerations and all that. So one final advice I will give all of you is this. Now today, a lot of emotions, I think, after collecting your results.
True.
So if you have missed your dream school, maybe it's not too much of a miss lah. Okay, there's so much more that awaits in secondary school. Okay, I think it's to put in the choices there and then just put it under your pillow. Sleep on it. Okay, for a couple of days. Then when you wake up tomorrow, maybe you have a different set of choices. Write it down again. Continue to sleep on it. Okay, then join us in our live. We have how many more sessions? Two more,
Two more,
right?
Thursday and Friday.
Correct. We have 2 more sessions on Thursday and Friday to talk with to chit chat with you guys about the other considerations that could come into play when you're choosing the secondary school choices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so form a couple of lists. Eventually, you will find a list that sits the best for yourself and with your parents' support.
Yep.
I think with that, right, then that's when you go in for submission.
Mm.
Okay, but if let's say you have made it to your dream school, congratulations! Yeah, but I hope you don't suddenly give up on your dream lah. Because when you suddenly score like super good score, right, then you go like, okay, this is my dream school. Hey, now I can achieve my dream already. Maybe I should shop around. Yeah, some students do that actually. Yeah, so when you decide to give up your dream, you need to also think about it. Like you need to understand what you're giving up also. Yeah, so don't make impulsive decisions. Start writing down the choices and put it somewhere. Okay, form a couple of lists before you eventually make the.
And
the
one important
decision.
thing, in my opinion, right, is also right. One important things, right, you have right that you should consider also. If you have older friends, you have older siblings, you have a friend who is a friend of a friend of a friend. Okay, you can start asking them about certain schools a day. Okay,
Yeah.
leverage, right. Use every connection you have, right. Start asking also. Okay.
Yeah, and please don't go to forums or
Yeah.
and then you go inside there and chit chat, right? Then maybe you will end up knowing like some people who just hate their school because of certain things, and then you just totally get swayed by it. Yeah, it's important to validate your news. You know, to basically cross check and make sure that you have proper evidence and all that lah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So that
True.
one important.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you have more questions for us, please go to any of our TikTok posts and just list down your questions there below, and we'll be more than happy to answer. Or you can DM us anytime, basically. Okay. So let's go DM and then put in all the questions. Okay. Yeah, people of the world, thank you for saying bye to us. Yeah, we also want to say bye to you already. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good luck.
Yes,
Okay.
good luck.
Good
Yeah.
luck. It's not the end of the world. Okay.